What's up, everyone? This is season 2, episode 12 of Is This What It Is? And I'm your host, Gunvid. So, yeah, it's been a while since the last episode. You know, if you saw the last episode, I said I was going to take some time to take a break to work on some music and art and this and that. And I did work on music, but I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the previous episode, because I think at that point I was gonna redo the song "This Is a Real Fun Party" for the third time, because the first time I recorded it, I didn't have too much studio time left, and I was just gonna kind of see how it goes, like I didn't really know if this song was gonna, I don't know if it was gonna flow the right way, or I don't know if that's the right way to explain it. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm kind of like singing on the chorus, but not really singing, so, and that's not really my thing, so, yeah, the first time I was recording the song, I was like, alright, let's see how this shit goes, and then I ended up adding more lines to the song and taking some out, and just kind of perfecting the song. And so I got to a point where I was like, all right, nah, this is dope, like as far as what I wrote for the song. And I was like, all right, let's do this. And so the second time I recorded it, which was the last time I recorded it before I uploaded it, I thought it was great, but I was like, I don't know, I want to fix a couple things, because I'm a real perfectionist when it comes to my art. And so I was like, yeah, I was kind of like pissed off, because I'm like, this song is like, with all my songs, but especially this song, the wordplay is very complex, so like having to fucking record that shit over and over, it's kind of fucking annoying. But so yeah, I was like, fuck, man, I'm gonna have to record this a third time. But I was like, I got this song like more memorized this time, so I'd be able to rap better. But then I just kept listening to the song, just trying to memorize it, and also just trying to see, like, should I even fucking do this song a third time? Like, I think it's good how it is. And so I was like, I don't know. And so I kept listening to the song. I'm like, nah, this is perfect. Like, thinking about how I would do the song again, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the song better. And, just kept listening to him. I'm like, all right, nah, this is perfect. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then so, I uploaded the song, and now, yeah, it's fucking lit. Now I'm ready to perform this song, and I'm reaching out to people trying to get a show booked. And so, yeah, you can contact me at gunvid19@gmail.com, GUNVID 19@gmail.com, if you want to book me for a show. If you got a wedding show, or even not a wedding, just a party. It's a real fun party song. It doesn't have to be a wedding. You can contact me. We'll talk from there. But yeah, I'm fucking I can't lie, I'm real happy I don't have to do that song again. Not that I don't like the song, not that I don't like not that I don't like singing along or whatever the fuck. Not that I don't like the lyrics or anything, or even fucking rapping the song. It's just that it's a lot of fucking work, you know. And I'm happy that I did it perfectly. So, yeah. Let's fucking go. So yeah, NBA playoffs are on right now. So I want to talk about the Knicks. Shit, I can't lie. Things are going fucking great for the Knicks. They're up 2 wins to none for the 76ers, and the Knicks are looking great, you know? They've been looking great all year. I can't even lie. Even without some of their main players being injured. Like, I know Julius Randle isn't even playing right now, and they're getting playoff wins. And that's really impressive. I gotta say, this team, the most impressive part about the New York Knicks today, it's not just Jalen Brunson, even though he's doing great. It's their teamwork. If you look at if you look at everything, as far as how they're playing basketball, it's not just one player. They're really passing the basketball very well, and not just passing the ball. They're making the right passes, and they have a really great basketball IQ. I mean, pretty much all their players, they're doing great, and I can't lie. I want to be a Knicks fan, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not that type of guy. You know, I don't fucking switch up. But when I first started watching basketball, I wanted to be a Knicks fan, okay? But they just weren't good. So, and not that they didn't have great players or anything, but it's just like they weren't winning championships. I wanted to watch a team that's gonna win. And I did. I wanted the Knicks to win, but I just couldn't be a Knicks fan. You know? I'm already a Jets fan and a Mets fan, okay? And none of them teams have won fucking a championship in a long time, alright? So, I couldn't have fucking 3 teams, alright? I had to have one team, okay? And that was the Lakers. You know, I grew up in New York City in Astoria, Queens as a fucking Laker fan. And it is what it is. And right now, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even a fucking Laker fan right now because I'm postponing my fucking my whatever the fuck you want to call it, me being a fan of the Lakers until LeBron leaves. Because you know why? Because I'm a fucking hater, that's why. And I don't like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like haters. I know that shit. I don't like being a hater, but it's his fault, okay? And the only thing I really hate about LeBron is him flopping. Because other than that, he's a fucking great basketball player. And that's what gets me so mad about him as a player. You got all of them attributes as a player. You know what I'm saying? You're like fucking damn near 7 feet tall. I don't know what. Pause, you're like 6'10". And you know what I'm saying? You're like fucking like 275 pounds. You don't need to be fucking flopping, yo. So yeah, I was never a fan of the fucking Lakers while LeBron was on the team. Even when they won the fucking championship in the bubble, I didn't give a fuck about that at all. You know? Because you flopped, that's why. Because you made the game of basketball worse than it was when you entered the league. Now, you didn't enter the league and start flopping right away. This is something that I think started happening about, I don't know, maybe like 2 to 3 years into him being a fucking basketball player. But I can't be a fan of that. Especially, I was born in 1994, so pretty much started watching basketball when I was like 3 or 4. So like in 97 or 98, that's the fucking era of basketball that I grew up watching. To where you could fucking elbow the shit out of someone and it wasn't a foul. It just wasn't a foul, okay? And you could fucking punch people in the face and fucking you probably wouldn't even get ejected. So there's that. Alright? I don't want to talk about LeBron and fucking hate on him all day. Like I said, he's incredibly talented, but it's just the fucking flopping that, and the traveling, and the carries and all that, and the complaining to the refs. Now, I'm not going to complain too much about the complaining to the refs because, to a certain extent, all players do that. So, like, whatever. But, you fucked up, alright? So, there's that. So, yeah, I want to be a fan of the Knicks, but I already know I'm not going to be allowed because fucking, the Knicks fans don't play that shit. And, I know there's a lot of people who want to be a fucking Knicks fan and get on the bandwagon right now. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. So I'm not even going to try that shit, okay? I still want the Knicks to win. But I'm not going to say I'm a Knicks fan because, Knicks fans won't allow that shit. And I wouldn't do that shit anyway because that's not my style. I'm not really a bandwagon fan. So there's that. Now in the past, there have been times where my friends thought I was a bandwagon fan. And they even said that, but I'll explain my method of thinking. So if there was a time before LeBron got to the Lakers and I was like rooting for another team, I wasn't technically a fan of that team. It was just that the Lakers didn't make the playoffs or got eliminated. And so I'm not going to stop watching basketball. So, I've rooted for the fucking Dallas Mavericks when they had Dirk and they were great and they were winning championships and all that. Yeah, if the Lakers get fucking eliminated, I'm going to still watch basketball. And I'm still going to root for a fucking certain team to win. Because I like watching greatness. So there's that. But yeah, shout out to the Knicks. I hope y'all win. Just because I'm not a Knicks fan doesn't mean that I'm not from New York City. So the fuck out of here. Alright? So yeah, let's go. I'm not going to say let's go Knicks because that's like a fan thing. So what I will say is I hope the Knicks win. I hope New York City wins. And yeah, go crazy, you fucking crazy ass Knicks fans. These Knicks fans be wilding out. That should be mad funny. All them videos in front of Madison Square Garden are fucking legendary. And some of them are cringeworthy. Some of y'all fans are kind of corny. But whatever. So let's see how this fucking series goes. And if the 76ers somehow win the series, the Knicks already have a built-in excuse. They don't have Julius Randle, so they don't have their full fucking lineup. So there's that, But yeah, one thing I will say about the playoffs, the NBA playoffs this year, and for this matter, all sports in general, whether it's the NFL, MLB, or whatever, there's a lot of fucking complaining, and rightfully so, about officiating and the referees. So yeah, it's really taking away from, I want to say this the right way, all of the drama behind referees getting calls wrong that are very fucking clear. You know, like it's very clear that either the person got fouled or whatever the fuck happened, and the referees are fucking up. And so this is becoming like the fucking number one topic in sports. And I feel like the more attention you give this shit, the more referees are going to be doing this shit. Because I guess they want to be fucking celebrities or whatever the fuck. You know? Some of these referees wanted to be on the fucking court or the field and they didn't make it. Alright, I'm gonna just call it how it is. They didn't fucking make it, but they made it to being a referee and they want some type of fucking attention. And some of them are jealous of these players and some of them are getting paid to make bad calls and some of them are betting on the league. And so this is just what it is. And one thing that I'm fucking... How do I say that? I'm fucking annoyed about is there's some great fucking basketball being played and baseball. And, you know, during the NFL season, there was some great fucking football being played. And so I'm kind of annoyed that a lot of the attention of the media or the fans is going towards the referee and is being taken away from the greatness that these players are showing. And it's really fucking annoying, I gotta say. If you're a basketball player or a baseball player or a football player, you just gotta be fucking fed up with this shit. And I don't blame you. And I gotta say, I'm sorry for what you're going through. I'm not gonna say I'm the reason why this is happening. It's definitely the refs' fault and all the money they're getting. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And I know whatever, people don't feel sorry for professional athletes like that because they make a lot of money, but still, they're human at the end of the day. So whether they're making fucking $80 million a year or they're making fucking $20 million or they're making $4 million, they're human. So it's gotta be fucking annoying when you go and practice and you work out in the weight room or whatever the fuck you do, and you put that much effort day in and day out to becoming great at what you do. Not just becoming great, to becoming the best player in the world and the best player that you can be. And you got all the fucking attention going to the referee, and you got calls not going your way when they clearly should be going your way. It's gotta be frustrating. So I gotta say, you know what I'm saying, I feel bad for them. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess the fucking money can help it. You know? At the end of the day, if you lose the game, you're going home to a fucking really nice house. So there's that. Yeah, and also, another thing that's taken away from the greatness of players today and their skills and, you know, all the great plays they're making is, you know, what's taken away from that is the comparisons to the past. Excuse me. So it's springtime. I got allergies, and I know I don't gotta fucking explain myself for sneezing, but whatever. So yeah, all the comparisons to the players of the past, and you know, whatever. Like, someone does a great fucking play or they have a great game, and then all of that gets fucking, it gets overshadowed. It gets overshadowed by the players of today being compared to the players of the past, and people calling pause the league soft and this and that. And so, you know, I can't even lie. I'm one of those people who compared the skill level and the rules of today to the past, and it definitely was more difficult to be great in the past because you know the leagues have grown to become more um, basically the rules and everything. They've been making things so that there's higher scoring games. You know what I'm saying? Because if a player gets like 60 fucking points, that'll get more fans coming to the arena and more fans watching the game. So over time, they made it easier to score in all sports, pretty much. So yeah, all the comparisons to the past, and like I admitted it, I'm guilty of this. I've compared people, but that's what's gonna happen in sports. So yeah, all the comparisons is taken away from all the greatness of the players today, and I just want to kind of get away from that. So I'm not gonna be doing as much comparisons, you know, in the future because I want to promote the players that are doing great. And some of these players, it's not their fault that the rules are what they are. They didn't fucking. And some of the players did make. They did influence rule changes, but not all of them had something to do with the rules being changed. It's not their fault. So there's that. Take that into consideration. And my real message of this episode and this topic is, I'm not going to say to stop comparing, but maybe don't fucking compare them as much or do it every fucking second. Or, every time someone does something great today, let's fucking appreciate it for what it is. And let these players have their moments. Because if you were a fucking player today and you did something great, you would be like, yo, shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing all the comparisons. If you're a player and you just drop like fucking 70 points, it's like no matter what the fucking rules are, it's still difficult to fucking make 70 points in the NBA today. I don't care what the rules are. You still gotta fucking make the shot. So there's that. And I gotta say, this is a great fucking episode. I don't give a fuck if one person watches this show or fucking 1 million. I'm giving y'all some great fucking content here. So if you're fucking enjoying this show, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And this is not the end of the episode, but I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to talk my shit because I don't really hear too much other analysts saying what I'm saying. There may be a few, but I mean, come on, we just gotta chill out with all these comparisons and all the complaining about the refs. And I'm happy I mentioned that because it made me think of something that I wanted to talk about in this episode. Say what was it? The fucking refs, right? Yeah, I feel like they're doing this shit on purpose to make people watch the games more, because like especially in football, and it's happening more now with baseball and Angel Hernandez. Like fucking pretty much every fucking baseball fan hates him. And it's been happening a lot. I'd say in football, probably the most in recent years and even in history, to where it's like, the fans will fuck up, not the fans, the referee will fuck up a call, and it gets the fucking fans so mad that they just like fucking can't wait to see the next game or the next season to see what's gonna happen next year and how the referees are gonna fuck them over next year. So I feel like this is something that the league is consciously doing, and if not the league, the referees are doing to fucking get some attention on themselves or the sport. Because think about it, if there's no bad calls and your team just loses, you might just be like, man, fuck this sport. My team always loses and I'm tired of this shit. But if your team loses and the referee makes a bad call, that's kind of like you kind of got an excuse for your team to where you could be like, oh, my team was the better team when we only lost because the fucking referee fucked it up. So I'll watch the next game or the next season because, maybe the referee won't fucking make a bad call next year. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? To the NFL and the NBA and the MLB and all the refs, y'all think y'all are fucking slick, but I'm definitely I'm seeing this shit for what it is. Y'all are fucking making bad calls on purpose to get people to watch the fucking next game and watch the games more. Because, what happens when someone makes a bad call? People go on fucking social media and they fucking complain about it. And then people who probably don't even watch the sport are gonna be watching that video because they either follow their friend, and so they end up watching the sport through that. And then Taylor Swift and all that, and the NFL using Taylor Swift to run the views up. And then also it's kind of like what the refs are doing with making bad calls. People are saying, oh, the NFL are rigging games for the Chiefs to win. And so, because of Taylor Swift, and they want the Chiefs to win so Taylor Swift fans can watch the game and this and that. And so, they're doing it with Taylor Swift as far as using her to gain viewers and get people to get mad about the games being rigged towards the Chiefs and this and that. So yeah, y'all are not fucking slick. And the more y'all do this, the more fans are going to start catching on to this shit. And they're going to get tired of the fucking league. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to stop watching. And they're going to stop fucking going to the games because they're going to realize I got better shit to do in my life than be fucking mad over some fucking sport and breaking my TV and screaming and all this shit. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, motherfuckers, keep this shit up because you're gonna ruin your own fucking league. And so yeah, right now, I'm about to crack a Dutch and roll up, So if you got a blunt, roll that shit up. If you got a joint, roll it up. If you got a spliff, roll it up. If you got a cigar, wait up for all of us to roll up and then light that shit up because it's almost time to smoke. And I've been talking a lot, so just give me a second to get this Dutch ready to be rolled, So yeah, give me a fucking minute, alright? Because I've been talking for like fucking 29 minutes, alright? As a matter of fact, let me get some fucking water. So yeah, give me a second. Let's talk about the fucking weather. Because, like I said in many previous episodes, this is technically a sports podcast, and only technically, you know. There's some episodes where I might not talk about sports at all. So there's that. But yeah, let's talk about the fucking weather. It's starting to look great outside. And it's around this time of year, it's a very beautiful time of year in New York City, because it's starting to get nice out, and New Yorkers really appreciate that. We appreciate the good weather because it's fucking difficult to enjoy anything in New York City. And just New York in general. But yeah, in New York City, we fucking appreciate the good weather because, like I said, it's hard to appreciate anything in this fucking crazy ass fucking city full of fucking douchebags. You fucking assholes. Whether you're driving or fucking walking. People don't know how to fucking walk in this city. It's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Right? For the most part. Like, alright, we drive on the right side of the road in the United States. So it's like, why not fucking walk on the right side of the sidewalk? Like, you fucking... It's just... It doesn't just happen to me. It happens to fucking everyone over here. But it's like, you see me. I'm walking on the right side, alright? I'm walking here. Right? And you don't move out of my way. Like, what the fuck, bro? And I know I'm not the king of the fucking world or wherever the fuck. I'm not the president. But have some fucking respect, alright? You see the majority of people on the fucking sidewalk walk on the right side, okay? So if you see everyone walking on the fucking right side, who the fuck do you think you are that you're gonna fucking walk towards me? You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. And so, yeah, that's why we fucking appreciate the good weather. Because it's fucking difficult to appreciate anything. And there is a lot of things to appreciate. But with the amount of fucking douchebags over here, it's like, yo, what the fuck, son? So, yeah, it's getting nice out. And people are still fucking douchebags. And people are still fucking assholes. And people are still fucking pissed off. But what I will say is we do enjoy the weather because the winter fucking sucks. And these past 2 winters in specific haven't been as bad, I'll admit. But it still gets pretty fucking cold and I don't like the cold. So there's that, And so I wasn't going to talk about this, but since podcast is sort of like therapy. The other day I was fucking walking in the city in Manhattan, and I see this fucking douchebag, alright? Who I could have easily fucking knocked out if I wanted to. Him and his little fucking boyfriend, or whoever the fuck he was. But I see this guy, okay? He's on the sidewalk. He's fucking spraying this little kid's hair with some dark orange fucking hairspray, okay? He got this dark orange hairspray and it fucking smells horrible. There's a bunch of chemicals and he's just fucking spraying. This kid, he must have been like 7, 8 years old, okay? And I don't know if it was his son or who the fuck this was. This seemed like some fucking weird shit. But he's spraying this kid's hair, okay? And so they're blocking up the whole fucking sidewalk so I can't get by. And I'm over here coughing and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't say that. I didn't say what the fuck. So I'm like, I said, excuse me. Alright? And he's like, what? Like, he has a fucking attitude about it. And, like, even before that, the kid starts fucking coughing and shit. And paused. He was like, oh, you got the hairspray in my mouth. And fucking he ended up going back inside his building or whatever. I'm not going to say exactly where this was, but... Yeah, so he ends up going back inside, but... towards the end of him fucking spraying this kid to oblivion with this fucking hairspray, hair dye, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I say excuse me, and this fucking old, I say he's probably like 60 years old, 50, 60 years old. So he was more old than me. So I didn't hit him for what he did. So, but anyway, I say excuse me, and he's like, what? Like with the fucking attitude. And I said, excuse me, I'm trying to get by. You over here taking up the whole sidewalk. And he's like, fuck you. I'm just like, oh my God. And then he had this fucking Spanish guy with him, a bald Spanish guy, and then another white guy with him who had hair. But yeah, two fucking bald guys, pause, and then one of them with hair, and then the guy with hair who, it's funny that the guy with hair was actually cooler than the other two because he was trying to de-escalate the situation. And so was I, because I don't want to fight nobody. Whether they're 50 years old or my age, even if I would win the fight. I mentioned this on a previous episode or before that. I don't want to fight no one, win or lose, even if I win, even if I knock him out with one punch. Because what happens in a fight is, usually, most of my fights I won, and usually what happens is I win the fight and then my fucking hand hurts for like 2 or 3 months. And my hand feels like it's broken. So I don't want to fight no one. So he's like, fuck you. I'm like, fuck you. Whatever the fuck I said, whatever the fuck I said to him, okay? Alright? And so I just keep walking. I'm walking towards Central Park, okay? I wanted to go to the park for a little, okay? And then they start following me like they're gonna fucking fight me. I'm just laughing like, oh my God, these guys are cowards. I already know what's gonna happen, and it did happen, okay? So they're walking to me like they're gonna do something. I'm like, what are you gonna do? I stop and they fucking stop and then they don't do nothing. And so I keep walking and they keep walking and talking shit. And this and that and this and that. So I get tired of it, you know, after a couple of times me walking back towards them and them stopping and getting scared. You know, I start walking towards Central Park and then they keep fucking talking. So I'm like, I'm fucking tired of this shit. I start walking and I get closer than I got before. And so as I get closer, you know, as I get close enough to actually fight them, and I wasn't going to hit them. I already knew what was going to happen. And then it happened, right? I get close enough to where we can actually start fighting, you know? And I called their bluff. All three of them. Even though one of them, like I said, was being cool. But even towards the end, he was like, you know, he's on their side. So he was like ready to fight with them. And so as I get close enough, the guy, he pulls out his phone. And he goes, I'm calling the police. I just started fucking dying laughing. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, you fucking coward, you know? And so I started walking towards Central Park again. And so the bald white guy who said fuck you in the first place and was spraying the kid, he starts walking back towards wherever the fuck he was in the first place. And then the fucking Spanish dude is like fucking talking his bullshit. I'm like, what are you going to do? So I start walking towards him and he doesn't do anything. And he starts getting scared and then he eventually starts walking away from me. And it's exactly what I knew was going to happen. And so I'm fucking sick of this shit. I'm sick of all the tough guys. I'm sick of all this shit. And I wasn't even going to mention the story, but I just wanted to fucking, you know, I just wanted to fucking pause. I just wanted to fucking talk about it and, you know, get that out of my fucking mind or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it's fucking corny. Shut the fuck up with all this fake tough acting shit. Get the fuck out of here, you know? Stop fucking spraying kids with hairspray and stop being a fake tough guy, because there's fucking people there's people out here who are not fucking scared to fight 3 people and can actually fucking beat the shit out of all of you. And, you know, even though they were older, if you're fighting 3 people, there's a good chance you're probably going to lose. So there was a chance that I probably would have lost that fight. But, you know, me knowing myself and knowing what I know about fighting and my experience, I believe I would have fucking beat the shit out of them. Yeah, I know there was a chance that I would have lost, but especially not with these fucking cowards. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna let people fucking follow me and be like walking away and have anyone fucking think I'm scared of anyone. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck if you're 50 years old. I don't give a fuck if you're my age. I don't give a fuck if you're 18 and up. You know, because I want to fight a minor, but I don't give a fuck who you are, okay? I'm going to stand up, pause for myself, okay? So don't be fucking with people, all right? So there's that. And so, yeah, let me get back to rolling my Dutch so we can fucking smoke. Okay? Gotta steam the Dutch. So yeah, let me just talk about some random bullshit while I roll up. So yeah, what the fuck is going on in your life? That's my go-to now when I don't really know what the fuck to talk about. What is going on in your life, huh? Comment below. This is fucking stupid. So yeah, comment below what's going on in your life if you want to share. And yeah, whatever you want to talk about, whether it's sports, whether it's fucking anything, just comment below. What's going on in your life? What are your goals? What are you working towards in life? You know? Because sometimes it's good to talk about your goals. Sometimes it's good to talk about them publicly. Sometimes it isn't good because people will try to sabotage you or, you know, wish bad on you or put a fucking hex on you or whatever the fuck. But sometimes it is good to vocalize or fucking write about what you want to do in your life as far as your goals publicly. So not just publicly, but like just to put things out into the universe, you know, because I've done that myself, and it definitely I'm not going to say it guarantees success, but it's definitely a way to get your goals out of your mind and bring them into reality. And then it can kind of motivate you to work towards your goals and actually believe in them, and, you know, actually do what you have to do to achieve your goals, because now it's not just something in your mind. It's something that's physically out in the universe, whether you wrote it on a paper or you recorded it like I do with these videos, you know. And so now it's not just in your mind anymore, you know. Just like how I mentioned before in the episode, how I want to perform my music, my new song, This Is a Real Fun Party. I want to perform it at a wedding. I want to perform it at a party, or, you know, my other songs, I want to perform them at parties and concerts and this and that. So yeah, there's that. Comment below what the fuck is going on in your life. What do you want in life? And yeah, there you go. And so if you appreciate this show, I will like to say once again, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and also, importantly, hit the share button. Copy the fucking link and send this episode to your friends and family, okay? Because that will really help grow the channel and enable me to provide you with better content and more content. You know, because I'm taking time out of my day, taking time out of my legendary life to talk about sports and bullshit with y'all. So, you know, I'd appreciate it if you support the show. And I really do. I appreciate every single viewer. Whether it's 2 people watching these videos, whether it's 20, whether it's 40. I appreciate it. Because I know y'all are taking the time to watch this show. So there's that. And so the next topic, which is similar to the last topic, is believing in yourself, you know? So I spoke about vocalizing your goals and putting them out into the world, but what is the next step? Okay, I'm giving you guys gems here. What is the next step? Now you got the goal in your mind, and then you vocalize it, or even if you didn't vocalize it or put it out into the universe physically in some type of way, you know, what is the next step? The next step is doing the work necessary to achieve your goal. And whatever that goal is, you know, the way to achieve goals is to study, you know? Like, whatever it is that you want to do in life. If you want to be a great painter, study your craft. Actually, painting is an art. I guess technically it's not a craft. Whatever the fuck you... If you want to call it a craft or not, you can call things whatever the fuck you want to call them. But yeah, study your art if you want to be a painter. Or if you're working on a craft, study, you know? I know when it comes to art and crafts, there's a lot of originality involved. So as an artist, sometimes you don't want to learn from others, you know? You want to create your own shit. And that's cool, but I mean, if you're not going to study other artists or even, you know, do copies of their artworks like I've done in the past, you know, I've done copies of artworks just to study the process of art and just to see what a painting or drawing would look like if I did it. So if you don't want to do that and you just want to be 100% original, there's the other things in painting or drawing or whatever it is that you can do, that you want to do, that you can study. Whether it's learning how to use the paint or the pencil or pen or colored pencil or whatever it is, you know, whether you're using acrylic paint, you can learn about the physical properties of paint and the technically correct way of using it or handling the paint. As far as acrylic paint, like if you're doing an acrylic painting and you got a canvas, right? So you take the paint out of the tube and you apply it to your palette. Now, acrylic paint, it dries very quickly. So there's things you can do to the acrylic paint to make it dry less quickly. You can add water. And if you add water, you can get more out of the paint so where you can cover more surface area. These are things that I've studied. And so I've studied these things and I've put them into practical use by painting, and then I've sold paintings. So, you know, I'm not just talking about things that I don't know. I'm giving you real life advice that you can implement in your life, you know? So yeah, study whatever it is that you want to do in life. Study, study, study. And then do the work. And then what's going to happen is you're either going to be successful or you're going to fail. And whether or not you continue is up to you. But that's the process. You set a goal, you study, and you don't have to study. You can skip that part. You set a goal and you do the work, and then you either become successful or you fail. Okay? And then if you want to continue, you can keep working. And usually, after a while, you will become successful. Whether you have talent or not. You see a lot of artists nowadays. They're fucking literally throwing paint at the canvas. And they're successful. They're making millions of dollars. So if they could fucking do it, you could do it. Okay? So there's that. You must believe in yourself. And that's in the mind. You believe in yourself. Whether you believe in yourself or not, you can still become successful. But believing yourself, I believe that it heightens your chances of becoming successful and achieving your goals. So that's what I want to talk about. Do your work with confidence, whether you fucking know what you're doing or not. Believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you work with confidence, and people who may not know that you don't know what you're doing, they might think that you're a fucking pro, you know? Anything is possible. So there's that. And so I know I'm giving y'all great advice, but I gotta say, this is even helping me, you know? Because I'm going to implement everything that I said in this episode as far as believing in myself and studying and all this, and I'm going to continue to work, and I'm going to be great. I'm going to continue to be great. I'm going to continue to be successful. I'm going to continue to win. Okay? And I hope you win too. So it feels great to be a winner in life. Pardon me. So yeah, I know y'all are like, yo, what the fuck? It's been like an hour. You still haven't rolled up yet. But it's because I'm fucking talking, okay? I'm talking about some real fucking great shit right here. And so I can multitask, but I like to take my time when I'm rolling up. And sometimes I just like to stop what I'm doing and focus on what I'm talking about. Especially when it's something very important. Like the things that I've been talking about in this episode. So there's that. I'm going to start crushing up the weed now. And we can get high as fuck. Damn, this smells so fucking fire. That's one thing I love about weed. The smell. It smells fucking incredibly great. And the funny thing is, when I wasn't smoking, I feel like before I ever started smoking, I don't really know if I like the smell of weed, you know? Especially when you're taking a break. It's like, when you're not the one that's smoking, it doesn't always smell good. Or if you're like taking a break from smoking weed, it doesn't smell as good as when you're actively smoking. And that's kind of a funny thing because it's the same weed pretty much. But it's just the way you think about it that affects your experience with it, you know? And I think that's really fucking interesting, you know? Like, even with cigarettes, I typically don't like cigarettes. But I fucking like the way it smells. I can't even lie. Sometimes, you know, you walk by someone that's smoking a cigarette, and whether or not you smoke cigarettes, you can appreciate the smell of it, of the cigarette. So it's like, what the fuck? Because I really don't like smoking cigarettes, you know? I'm not a cigarette smoker, unless I'm probably, like, you know what I'm saying, a little tipsy, whatever the fuck. But I don't even drink like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like talking about that too much because, you know, certain things. But, yeah, you know, I'm not a cigarette smoker, but it's funny how, and it's not all cigarettes. I don't really even know what particular brand of cigarette that I like the smell of, but hey, sometimes you walk by someone smoking a cigarette, I'm like, wow, it's a nice aroma, you know? But yeah, this weed is fucking blah. I mean, it smells amazing. So yeah, there's that. And I hope I don't run out of storage space in my phone. But if I do, I hope you have a great smoke session, because I know I am going to. Because I haven't smoked in a couple days, and when you're a fucking super smoker, even if you stop smoking for a day or two, the next time you smoke, you get super fucking high. So I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be lit. So yeah, let's get this shit rolled up. So yeah, now that I've asked you, now that I've asked you what's going on in your life, I don't really know what to talk about now. So this is the point of the episode where things get kind of awkward. Man, life is a trip, man. But I gotta say, as far as my life goes, I mean, things aren't perfect right now. I'd say things are far from perfect as far as how I want to be living my life. But with that being said, I gotta say, I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful for where I am in life, and I'm grateful. And I gotta say, although things are not exactly how I want them to be, they rarely ever are. And with that being said, I gotta say I'm at a great point in my life right now, because, especially as an artist, I've kind of isolated myself from everyone to be able to really lock in on my artwork, and I've been getting some amazing work done. And I'm not gonna say that you can't do great work as an artist when you do have friends and family in your life, but there's a certain advantage of being alone as an artist and just being able to lock in and focus on the work that you want to do and just do the work that you want to do, you know? When you have a lot of friends and family and this and that, it can take up a lot of time, and, you know, especially in my in the beginning of my career as an artist. I'd say in 2019, when I started painting professionally and having that as a goal, you know, I would like isolate myself a lot and Sometimes not purposely, you know. Sometimes I'd be in my room painting, and a week would go by, and it would feel like 2 days went by. And you know what I'm saying? I got my family and friends like, yo, what the fuck, bro? You're not spending any time with us, and they be mad at me and shit. But I'm like, yo, I'm over here. I'm not in the same time realm as you guys. I'm not in the same fucking world as you guys. I'm not in the same state of mind as y'all. I'm in a completely different fucking world. I'm inside of the art realm where there's just the only thing that exists is my painting and artwork ideas, okay? So there's I pretty much get so focused that I I just like to a certain point when you're focusing on a painting, like even when you're actively painting or even when you're just thinking about different artworks that you're creating in your mind, because I can literally paint a whole fucking picture in my mind and not like do it on a canvas, and I could literally see things. I could like with my eyes open, I can go into the art realm and just everything physically around me would just be gone, and I would just be in. It's just like everything is black, and all I see is the design of the painting that I want to make. And what's so amazing to me is that all of my paintings, if not most of them, are exactly how I envision them in my mind, which is really amazing to me because that's really difficult to achieve, even for me as an artist, you know? So, yeah, I'd say I appreciate my life, I appreciate where I am in life, and hopefully things get better. And they most likely will. Because when you do the work necessary to become great and achieve your goals, if you do things the right way, or even if you do things your way, you're gonna find a level of success. And I've reached high levels of I've reached high levels of success, but I'm always about becoming greater, you know. So there's that. It's always about what's next for me as an artist. It's always what's next. It's not. I mean, yeah, I look at paintings. I'm looking at a painting right now that I've done in the past, and I got a lot of paintings in my room, but you know, just like, yeah, I appreciate what I've done in the past, and sometimes I take time to be like, oh shit, I've done some really fucking amazing artworks and, you know, books and poetry and music. So yeah, I do appreciate, sometimes I take time to appreciate what I've done in the past, but I feel like artists, and I'm not the only one, I feel like we constantly focus on what's next, because if you get to a point where you just focused on what you've done in the past and you don't really know what to do in the future, or you're not really having something to work on, you know, you can start to feel like people are going to start forgetting about you. And not just that, you're going to start feeling like what you've done in the past isn't as great as you thought it was, or maybe you feel like you haven't done enough, or you feel like you feel bad when you get to a point where you're not creating as an artist, you know? It gets very depressing. So it's always good to have something to work towards, whether it's art, whether it's anything in life, you know? That's why so many unemployed people are depressed, because they have nothing to work on. And so they feel like they're wasting their life and wasting their time. So no matter what position you are in life, whether you're unemployed, whether you're, no disrespect, whether you're disabled and you can't do whatever it is that you used to be able to do, it's good to always reinvent yourself. Not just reinvent yourself, but to create new goals and just constantly, whatever it is in life, whatever position you are in life, pause. No matter what happens, just kind of be in the present. Don't let yourself get too stressed about the past or the future, and just always keep working to become greater. And yeah, like I said, work on new artworks, work on new goals, whatever it is that you do in life, and just keep going. Don't give up on life. Don't ever commit suicide. Don't ever hurt anybody else for what you go through. The only time you should hurt anyone is in self-defense, and that's only when you absolutely have to defend yourself. I'm a promoter of peace in the world, and so yeah, there's that. I know I've been taking a long time, but like I said, I've been talking, and so it's about time to start rolling this Dutch. Got everything crushed up, so we can get to smoking soon. About an hour into the podcast, so I might run out of storage space. So like I said, I hope you have a good I hope you have a good smoke session. If the episode gets cut off, but if not, let's fucking smoke and get lit. Yeah. So just give me a second to roll this shit up. I gotta say, this has been a great fucking episode, and I got a lot of things off of my mind, and I'm happy I did, because I have more mental clarity. And there's that. Mental clarity is something that I've been speaking about more lately, but especially recently, I've been gaining a lot of mental clarity as far as what I want to do in life, as far as my goals, as far as how I want to live my life. And so yeah, my goals have changed, and they're always changing, but I mean, they're the same for the most part, but I have new goals and a lot of clarity as far as what I want to do. So thankful for that, and I'm thankful for this podcast for allowing me to express myself and yeah, get this form of therapy or whatever the fuck you want to call it, because this is good for my mental health and I feel great right now. So yeah, let's go. Positivity is the way to go. You look at the drama in hip-hop and we're all fucking tired of it. Even I'm tired of it. And I'm the one making fucking the best diss tracks today. But that's because I am tired of it. I'm tired of the fucking drama. Shut the fuck up, everyone. First of all, you're not better than me at rapping. And that's that. So just shut the fuck up. Fucking lames. I'm not even gonna really even talk too much about that, because this is really so corny what's going on with AI and hip-hop and all that. You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about that too much, because it's lame and it's negative energy and it's corny, and I want to focus on positivity in life. So there's that. Let me fucking finally roll up this fucking blunt. I hate when the Dutch gets fucking stale after you fucking crush up the weed. So I gotta steam the fucking Dutch again. Just give me a fucking second, motherfucker. Fuck, I just got a bunch of weed in my mouth. Pause. Fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It was not too bad. It wasn't too much, but whatever. I'm trying to steam the fucking Dutch while there's weed on it. Because I don't want to take the weed off because it's going to be a bunch of fucking... bunch of residue or THC on the fucking folder that I'm rolling up on this table. Who gives a fuck? Not me. So yeah, just give me a fucking minute, okay, and I'll have this fucking Dutch rolled. The art of rolling up. It's an art that takes much patience, but it's very rewarding, I must say. What a life. Fuck, I hope this episode doesn't end. About a minute and 12 into the episode. And I gotta say, these fucking hour-long episodes take fucking forever to upload. So you motherfuckers better appreciate this. Whether it's one person or a million. You motherfuckers. And so yeah, where the fuck, alright, where the fuck are all of you motherfuckers, right? All you motherfuckers, right, that told me to start making music in high school. Where the fuck are you now, right? Because I told ya, I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna make music, I'm gonna do it on my time and when the time is right. I mean, I may not have said it like that. I probably just like yeah, whatever. Because I didn't even want to make music in the past. But I was just dope at rapping. But yeah, where the fuck are you motherfuckers at now, huh? Because you motherfuckers told me to start rapping. And now that I'm fucking rapping, y'all are fucking gone. And I don't expect y'all to be over here because... I mean, as far as like over here supporting me, because I pretty much cut off everyone from high school. But like, you know, fuck you guys. It's your job to find my music. Because you guys are the ones that told me to start doing this shit. I gotta say, I'm not even mad because... I made some fucking dope music. So thank you. Thank you for telling me to start. But yeah, I want to see y'all at some point in my career. Because I remember a couple kids from high school that were like, you know, pause. They were trying to talk down to me like, yeah, you're looking at two famous rappers. I mean, you're looking at two rappers that are going to be like really famous and rich in the future. I'm like just thinking like, who the fuck you think you're talking to? Like, you know? And they were my friends, but it's just like, you didn't talk to me like that. And now where the fuck are you? One of you guys is an electrician, and I don't know what the other fucking kid is doing. But it's like, yeah, y'all didn't make it. And I'm fucking rapping now. And I'm way better than you ever were. So, yeah. Who got the last laugh now? Because I've made money off my music. I know it's not a lot because I'm just fucking getting started and, you know, whatever. I don't got no label. I'm doing all this shit by myself, and I'm fucking disrespecting DJs and fucking everyone that could help me. But it's like, you know, fuck out of here. I say what I want. And so, yeah, I've made money off of music. And as far as I know, y'all haven't done shit. You know, I haven't really even heard y'all rap, but y'all were probably pretty good. You know, y'all were probably decent, but look at you now. You're an electrician. The last I heard from you. Or whatever the fuck, you know? And I'm the one making music. And the way things are looking, you know, because my music is real fucking fire. It's looking like I'm the one that's gonna be fucking famous and rich off of music. While you're just gonna be rich off of being a fucking electrician and having your own business or whatever the fuck it is that you're doing. And I hope you do great things, you know. But yeah, let's see. Let's see how this goes. Because this is just all funny. There was a lot of people making music in my high school. And fucking none of them made it. We're just being honest. None of y'all motherfuckers made it. Y'all motherfuckers wouldn't shut the fuck up about that shit. Because y'all were just chasing the money and fame. Some of y'all were great, and you know, some of y'all, you know, some of y'all were good, but there was a lot of chasing money and views and going viral. You know, it was that era of hip hop, like 2008 to 2012, when I was in high school. So yeah, that was the era of fucking trying to go viral through music. But look at you now. You're not making music anymore. And it's a damn shame, because I'm better than all of y'all. And I am making music. And y'all wouldn't shut the fuck up about your music to me. And now look who's winning. It's all just hilarious to me. The fact that I became the best rapper alive, it's just even hilarious to me. To me, it's hilarious, okay? So whether you agree or not, just know this whole thing is fucking funny to me. Yeah, I'm gonna roll this blunt in a better way. Fucking hour and 19 minutes to roll up. Because I was talking most of the time, okay? Don't fucking talk that shit in the fucking comment section, okay? For the most part, I wasn't even fucking really rolling up. I was just talking for the most part of this episode. So shut the fuck up with all this. You take a whole year to roll up. Because I fucking don't, okay? I was talking, alright? So shut the fuck up. Yeah, and so that's how we do it on my podcast. Or that's how I do it on my podcast. I tell my listeners to shut the fuck up. And I say curse words to you guys. Because fuck you. Because I don't want to do this shit. Alright? Actually, I do, but I don't know. I'm just talking shit. This is fucking funny. Alright, so I'm almost done rolling up, okay? Please don't fucking cry. And to my phone, please don't run out of storage. So I really want to smoke with my viewers. Da, 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 da. I'm fucking tired of having lucid dreams. It's like when you stop smoking, your fucking dreams last forever. It's so fucking annoying. And you know, there is a certain knowledge you can gain from these lucid dreams, but I'd rather just, if it was up to me, I'd rather just fucking go to sleep and not have any dreams. You know? I don't give a fuck about REM sleep, whatever the fuck. I'm gonna die one day anyway. So, yeah, fucking, I don't like having dreams. Good or bad, give a fuck. My life is dope enough to where I don't have to fucking have to go to sleep to have fun or whatever the fuck. You know? Alright, let's just get this shit over with. I'm like really fucking like OCD about how I do certain things, you know, like rolling up and stuff. So, yeah, I know I said I've been talking, but you can talk and roll. But yeah, I like to fucking kind of a perfectionist. So there's that. It's always the last part of rolling up that's fucking, that like takes the most time, you know? When like the fucking weed is falling out and shit. And I know there's certain things you gotta do to fucking stop that from happening, like tucking in the weed and rolling it. But it's like I just want to fucking hurry up and roll up, you know? Especially with my phone fucking running out of storage. But yeah, whatever. Just fucking fast forward to whenever I'm done rolling up, alright? You motherfuckers. You motherfucker. I know I curse a lot, but whatever. I feel like when you get older, you want to be a little more proper. Because in a certain way, cursing is kind of looked at as immature and unclassy. But you know what? I don't give a fuck, alright? I'll fucking say what I want. You shut the fuck up, alright? And get the fuck out of here. Don't make me get on no fucking Scarface shit. I think today is his birthday, Al Pacino. So, you know what? Shout out to Scarface. And if it is his birthday today, I'm going to go recheck after the episode. If it's Al Pacino's birthday today, I'm going to I'm going to watch the movie Scarface. My favorite movie of all time. So comment below, what is your favorite movie of all time? Because mine is Scarface. Because it's fucking incredibly legendary. You know? Pardon me. I mean, well, you watch Scarface, right? And I gotta say, all the fucking, for the most, if not all, most of the actors were really fucking great. But Al Pacino really made that fucking movie believable. I mean, I've watched that movie maybe about 7 or 8 times, but every time you watch it, it's like you know you're watching a fucking movie, but it's so fucking real that it's just like you just watch it as like a documentary or like a real fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like a real fucking, like it's just some live news broadcast type shit. Because they really did a great fucking job with the writing, with the visuals, with the acting, everything. I mean, that's just the fucking, it's a masterpiece of a movie. So comment below, what is your favorite movie of all time? And my favorite movie isn't just Scarface, because I got the same scar as Al Pacino in the movie. You know, I got a scar on my right eyebrow, which looks really fucking cool. I know all the ladies love it. But yeah, that's not the only reason why that's my favorite movie. It's my favorite movie because it just is. Because it's that fucking great of a movie. So yeah, comment below. What is your favorite movie and why? Because I'd like to know. And this podcast is fucking an hour and 26 minutes. So this whole fucking podcast is like a fucking movie. I mean, there's movies that aren't paused as long as this podcast. And it's like, what the fuck? But I gotta say, this has been a great episode. And I've been talking about some real dope shit. So it's gonna be worth it to wait a fucking million years for this episode to upload. You know, it's gonna be worth it. So there's that. And I'm almost done. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I was gonna say sorry that it's been taking a fucking year to roll up, but no, I'm not sorry. And I'm not sorry that I'm not sorry. And I'm not sorry that I'm not sorry that I'm not sorry. I fucking hate that. I didn't even mean to say that. The whole I'm not sorry that I'm not sorry shit. Because that's too cliche. So yeah, I promise you this time. I'm almost done. I just gotta finish tucking and rolling the Dutch. And then I'll put the leaf around it. And then we'll get to smoking. If my phone doesn't run out of storage. You motherfuckers gonna be mad as fuck if you really waited. So yeah, I waited the whole fucking hour and a half. And then the fucking episode ended and we didn't even get to smoke. And I know it's kind of weird. I mean, maybe to some people it might be weird that I'm smoking with the people on my podcast because technically we're not in the same room. But shut the fuck up, alright? This is what we do on the show. We smoke together. Whether we're in the fucking same room or not. We're smoking weed together. So there's that. There's nothing weird about, you know what I'm saying? Smoking and watching a podcast. Especially if the person who's doing the podcast is smoking. And just give me a fucking minute, okay? And there's been times where, actually one time, really, where I wasn't doing a podcast and I rolled a blunt in less than a minute, literally. I cracked the cigarillo. It was a cigarillo, so it was a little easier to roll up quickly. But I rolled up really quickly for a reason. So this girl was waiting for me. She drove to me to pick me up to do certain things. But yeah, she was waiting for me on my block, and I was like, fuck, I gotta roll up. And she was actually like, she just got here, and I didn't even crack the cigarillo yet. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta roll up really quickly. So I went to like fucking superhero mode, and I cracked the Dutch and crushed the weed and fucking had the whole shit rolled in literally less than a minute. And some people roll up quickly, so that might not be crazy to some people. But to me, to people like me, who like to take their time rolling, that's some crazy shit. To fucking crack a Dutch or crack a cigarillo, break the weed down and roll it up in less than a minute, and then go give Shorty the business. But yeah, almost done. Just gotta toast the blunt real quick and then put the leaf on it, and then we could smoke. And I'm surprised that I even had enough storage to be able to fucking record for an hour and 30 minutes. Because I got a lot of fucking shit on my phone. But yeah, let's fucking go. Alright, man, fuck this shit. Let's just quickly do this. Fucking stem and shit. Hurry the fuck up. My hands are so sticky that it gets stuck to the Dutch and shit. I'm gonna be so mad if this stops recording. Actually, I'm not, but whatever. Alright, almost done. Sorry, I'm gonna start talking again in a second. It's like, for the most part, I don't be giving a fuck, but since I appreciate your viewership, I'm gonna start giving a fuck more. You know? Because why watch a podcast that... Why watch a podcast to where the fucking podcaster doesn't care about you, you know? I care about you guys. I care about my viewers. Guys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let me just be quick with this. And so there you go. A fucking hour and pretty much 35 minutes into the fucking podcast, and I finally got a Dutch rolled. But you know what? That's a testament to the amount of quality content I'm providing with you, the viewers. Because usually, clearly, it doesn't take me a fucking hour and 30 minutes to roll a Dutch. But when I'm constantly stopping what I'm doing because I just want to really focus on what I'm saying, it's going to take that long. And so, yeah, I was going to talk about some more shit, but let me just light this shit up real quick. Yeah, let's fucking go. Oh, shit. Okay, let's go. So let's go. If you got a fucking blunt, light that shit up. If you got a joint, light that shit up. If you got spliff, light it up. If you got a cigar, I know you've been waiting for a while, but light that shit up. I'm gonna fucking light this up before I even drink water because it's been fucking taking a whole year. Yeah, so at least I got the fucking blunt lit before the fucking storage of my phone runs out. So yeah, it's a success. This episode has been a success. Yeah. So you happy? If you've made it to this point in the podcast, you're a legend. I mean, maybe not everyone, but you're appreciated is what I will say for your viewership. So yeah, I just want to reiterate this point about sports in general, and the sports players and just the game that's being played today. Let's enjoy the greatness of the sport today, and like I said,